cold here. Morning. Morning to everyone.
Assalomu alaykum barchaga.
Ruxsatinglar bilan hurmatli ommaviy axborot vositalari barchalarni tarixiy jahon chempionatidan so'ng matbuot anjumanida ko'rib turganimizdan xursandmiz. Bugun avvalda va'da qilinganidek O'zbekiston milliy terma jamoasi bosh murabbiyi Fabio Kannavaro ishtirokidagi matbuot anjumani bo'lib o'tadi. Anjuman davomida jahon chempionatida orttirgan tajribalarimiz, erishilgan xulosalar hamda oldinda turgan Osiyo Kubogiga tayyorgarlik va terma jamoamizning rejalari haqida atroflicha gaplashib o'tamiz. Anjumanimizni boshlashdan oldin barchangizni ekranga ahamiyat berishlarini qaraysizlar.
Ishqibozlari bilan 34 yil kutdik. Shu ma'noda futbolchilarimizni O'zbekiston tarixida yangi sahifa ochgan zamonamiz qahramonlari desak arziydi. E'tiboringiz uchun rahmat. Ayni damda O'zbekiston milliy terma jamoasi bosh murabbiyi Fabio Kannavaro bilan
savol javoblarga o'tadigan bo'lsak, iltimos qilamiz ommaviy vositalardan taymingga va savol berishingizdan oldin qaysi nashr tayyorlanishingizni o'zingiz tanishtirib o'tishingizni so'raymiz. Marhamat.
Yeah, but wait 1 second. Hello everyone again, sorry. But before we start in the question, I prefer to come back and try to be focused on some points that during these months we saw someone complain, starting, with I left the team without escape for the team after the World Cup. I moved to Italy in vacation, but we decided with the federation to say goodbye to everyone in New York, and no one escaped. I was there until the last day, until the last one left the hotel. So I don't have nothing to escape because I was so proud of my team, my players, and I come back here after 1 month, just because the league was no games, and we come back here to working again.
Demak, boshlashdan oldin, savollarga o'tishdan oldin shuni alohida ta'kidlamoqchimanki, o'tgan oy mobaynida juda ham ko'p har xil savollar bo'ldi, juda ham har xil gaplar bo'ldi. Masalan, men to'g'rimda terma jamoa to'g'risida hisobdan o'zim boshlashdan oldin ba'zi jihatlarga to'xtalib o'tmoqchiman. Jumladan shu jahon chempionatidan keyin men darhol Italiyaga dam olish uchun ketdi degan har xil gaplar bo'ldi. Lekin men shuni ta'kidlashim kerak, men oxirgacha Nyu-Yorkda terma jamoa mehmonxonasida terma jamoa bilan futbolchilar bilan birga edim. Va barcha bilan biz kelishgan holda yaxshi xayrlashdik va jahon chempionatidan keyin chempionat o'yinlari darhol boshlanmaganligi tufayli ushbu pauzadan foydalangan holda uyga borib keldim va O'zbekiston chempionati boshlanishi bilan men yana O'zbekistonga qaytib, O'zbekiston chempionat o'yinlarini kuzatishga kirishdim.
First, I want to come back 8 months ago, 9 months ago, when we starting to talk about World Cup. And I starting to speak about, how we can improve the players, how we can improve our leagues, how we can improve all our system. And the first I started to think about the intensity of the games, because I knew the World Cup was tough, World Cup was brutal, because for me it was my first experience as a coach, but don't forget I did 4 World Cups, and the one I won. So my experience in the World Cup was big experience, and I know that, and for that I try to explain to everyone, and maybe someone laughing about, no, we are qualified in the World Cup, we are not afraid, but I knew that World Cup can be very tough for us.
Demak, 8-9 oy orqaga qaytadigan bo'lsak, men kelishim bilan ta'kidlagandim. Barcha bizdagi mavjud muammolar to'g'risida, asosiy o'yinchilarning holatini yaxshilash haqida gapirdim. Chempionat darajasini oshirish, umuman O'zbekistonda futbol tizimini takomillashtirish, bu narsalar haqida juda ham ko'p gapirdik. Va har doim suhbatimiz markazida bu intensivlik bo'lgan, ya'ni bizdagi futbolchilarimizning intensivligini oshirish, ularning yuqori tempda o'ynashini ta'minlash bizning oldimizga qo'ygan asosiy maqsad bo'lgan. Chunki men 4 ta jahon chempionatida qatnashganman, futbolchi sifatida, to'g'ri murabbiy sifatida birinchi marta qatnashdim, lekin men jahon chempionatining tempini, intensivligini juda ham yaxshi bilardim. Shu sababdan aytish mumkin, jahon chempionatidagi temp bu dahshatli temp deyish mumkin. Lekin kimdir aytish mumkin, kimdir o'ylagandir jahon chempionatida bizga oson bo'ladi, biz jahon chempionatida qandaydir uncha qiyinchiliklarga duch kelmaymiz deb o'ylagan bo'lish mumkin, lekin men oldindan ogohlantirgandim jahon chempionati temp to'g'risida.
So everything we done since we arrived here is to try to help our players to performance well, to improve, but not only the players go on the pitch and performance, also everyone around the team.
Demak, bizni asosiy maqsadimiz futbolchilarga yordam berish bo'lgan. Nafaqat ularga maydonda, balki maydondan tashqarida ham ularning holatini ko'tarish bo'yicha asosiy ish olib borganmiz.
And to be honest, I say to my staff, I say to the federation, the organization, the World Cup was an amazing experience for everyone. Amazing experience for everyone. Why? Because we did everything for our players. We did everything to try to help our players. No one players complain about organization, about the fly, about the accommodation, about where we've been in Atlanta, Canada. No.
Demak, UFA bilan hamda terma jamoa shtabi bilan jahon chempionati haqida gaplashganimizda shuni alohida ta'kidlab o'tdimki, tashkiliy jihatdan biz juda ham ajoyib ish olib bordik, juda ham yaxshi natija ko'rsatdik deyishimiz mumkin. Chunki futbolchilar uchun barcha sharoitlar yaratilgan edi. Ushbu jahon chempionati davomida tashkiliy jihatdan hech qanday shikoyat bo'lmadi. Biz shu Atlantada yashaganimiz bo'yicha yoki bizni safarlarimiz bo'yicha Kanadaga borib kelishimiz hech qaysi aspekt bo'yicha bizda tashkiliy jihatdan muammo bo'lmadi deb hisoblayman.
So for that I did the compliment to all federation, all staff for the job we done.
Shu sababdan alohida o'z minnatdorchiligimni bildirmoqchiman UFAga, rahbariyat, shu terma jamoa shtabi barcha ish uchun, barcha qilingan sharoitlar uchun o'z minnatdorchiligimni bildirmoqchiman.
But this is the introduction, but also we starting, when we give the list of the players, because there we starting to complain about some situation, about some players we didn't call, like I don't know, Aziz Turganbol, like Hoji, like someone that we didn't call, and someone starting to complain about this list.
Demak, jahon chempionatidan oldin terma jamoaning yakuniy ro'yxati e'lon qilinganda ham juda ham ko'p ba'zi noroziliklar bo'ldi, shikoyatlar bo'ldi terma jamoa tarkibi to'g'risida, jumladan ba'zi o'yinchilar Aziz Turg'unboyev, Hojimat Erkinov kabi o'yinchilarning terma jamoaga chaqirilmaganligi to'g'risida ba'zi shikoyatlar bo'ldi.
But I don't have nothing against Aziz, against Hoji. I just told them that the performance during the league was not high level to try to come in the national team. The attitude or the body language in the game was not the best. I spoke with them, and I knew in the qualification Aziz did the great job, great goals, and help a lot of the team to be to the World Cup. But sometimes it's not enough. But I don't know why, they starting to speak too much about this player was not with us.
Demak, men shaxsan ushbu futbolchilarga nisbatan Turg'unboyevga ham, Hojimat Erkinovga nisbatan hech qanday muammo yo'q. Men faqat shu ularning chempionatdagi hozirgi darajasi, ularning chempionatdagi o'yinidan kelib chiqqan holda ularni ushbu oxirgi yakuniy ro'yxatga kiritmagan edim. Ularning chempionatdagi o'yinlarda o'zini tutishi, o'zini ko'rsatishi oldingidek bo'lmaganligi bois ular terma jamoaga jalb etilmagan edi. Men ular bilan gaplashdim shaxsan. Masalan, ularning jahon chempionati saralashidagi o'yinlari, terma jamoaga qilgan yordami, bularni barchasini juda yaxshi bilib turibmiz. Lekin o'sha paytdagi ahvoldan, ularning jismoniy holati va boshqa faktorlardan kelib chiqib ular terma jamoaga kiritilmagandi.
After Masharipov, I am the only stupid coach can call Masharipov. You know why? Because as I am coach in the Uzbekistan national team, I didn't see Masharipov to play, to performance. But I was the only stupid one can call Masharipov. Why? Because I think he's a good player. I did all my best to try to help Masharipov to come in the World Cup. I've been to Dubai, I've been to Rome to meet him. I tried to bring him to the big specialist to improve the performance of him. We try everything. We try everything to try to bring up Masharipov to the World Cup. in the end, Masharipov problem was not the knee. Masharipov problem was the back, because during the training, because we did some schedule for Masharipov. In the beginning, Masharipov should do the friendly game here in Tashkent, but unfortunately, the difference between the legs was not properly, and we don't want to risk him to get some injury. And we decided to send him to Dubai to do some tests, and the test said that the legs was not the same. So we split these games in Canada, against Canada, but unfortunately, Masharipov suffered another injury. And yeah, okay.
Demak, Jaloliddin Masharipov bu yana bir alohida gapirish kerak bo'lgan mavzu. Menimcha dunyodagi yagona ahmoq murabbiy bo'lsam kerak. Shu Jaloliddin Masharipovni o'zini o'sha jahon chempionatidan oldingi holatida jahon chempionatiga olib borishga qaror qilganligim tufayli. Chunki biz u yaxshi o'yinchiligini hisobga olgan holda, uning oldingi xizmatlarini hisobga olgan holda qo'limizdan kelgan barcha ishni qildik Masharipovni jahon chempionatiga olib borish uchun. Men u bilan Dubayda ko'rishdim, men u bilan Rimda ko'rishdim, operatsiya davomida ko'rishdik va barcha yuqori malakali mutaxassislarni jalb qildik Jaloliddin Masharipovni jahon chempionatiga tayyor holda olib borish uchun. Lekin uning asosiy muammosi biz asosiy e'tiborni qaratgan tizzasi bilan emas, keyinchalik Kanada bilan o'yindan keyin yuzaga kelgan bel uchrasidagi muammo uni jahon chempionatida qatnashishiga yo'l qo'ymadi. Biz Toshkentdagi o'rtoqlik o'yinidan keyin ham shuni sezdikki, uni shu tizzalari, ikkita oyog'idagi farq sezilarli darajada edi va shu sababli uni yana Dubayga tibbiy ko'rikdan o'tish uchun yubordik. Lekin o'sha beldagi muammo uni jahon chempionatiga qatnashishga to'sqinlik qildi.
So, you imagine 8-9 months without play an official game, without play a friendly game. And our situation was with the Ganeva injury, Hoji injury, Bea injury, and another one, Odil injury. So as a coach, I need to get some responsibility decision. And for the team, I decided to not put Masharipov inside. We decided to change Masharipov, not for the knee, but for the back problems. Because he cannot walk, poor guys. I know, was difficult decision. Because he's good players, he did amazing job for qualification. But unfortunately, guys, someone need to take this decision. Even more because I know the things when you are there to go in the World Cup, you cannot go for the injury, because in my career I miss one European Cup for injury, and I know how it feel, but I need to take the decision. And someone say no, Masharipov deserves to be in the World Cup. So you imagine we get one players from 8 months he had never performed for 8 months. I never see him as a play during these 8 months, and someone complained me. So I decided to help him. I decided to bring him to the very good specialist. I decided to bring him with us, and someone speak with me. I'm a bad coach because I know bring Masharipov to the World Cup. So I don't understand if you criticize me because I'm foreigners, or because you are friend of Masharipov and the people speak because you are friend of Masharipov. So we need to be honest. And otherwise, Alikulo, Usi, not deserve to be in the World Cup. Tell me. He's the same. He did a great job before the World Cup, but no one says something to Hoji, Usikus. No one, just Masharipov. But Masharipov came because I'm stupid. Because I tried to help him. He's amazing guys. Yes, he's amazing player. Yes, but just I saw him on the television. And you complain me. But it's okay. Because you can complain me. It's not a problem. But I won't understand sometime if you complain me because I'm foreign coach, because I know that I'm foreign, but I know also I'm in Uzbekistan, very nice countries, very good people, very friendly people, and you love the foreign people.
Demek, Jaloliddin Masharipov 8-9 oy davomida nafaqat rasmiy o'yinlarda, balki o'rtoqlik uchrashuvlarida ham maydonga tushmagan edi. Men Jaloliddin Masharipovning o'yinlarini murabbiy sifatida bir marta ham maydonda, meni qo'l ostida maydonda harakat qilmadim. Faqat televizor orqali uning o'yinlarini ko'rgan edim. Bizda boshqa jarohatlangan o'yinchilar ham bor edi. Aziz G'aniyev, Hojiakbar Alijonov, Odil Hamrobekov, Behruz Karimov va bu barcha jarohatlangan o'yinchilarni hisobga olgan holda va murabbiy sifatida men ushbu qarorni qabul qilishga majbur edim. Va yana bir marta aytaman, Jaloliddin Masharipovning asosiy muammosi uni tizzadagi muammosi emas, balki bel churrasi bo'lganligi bois u jahon chempionatida qatnasha olmadi. U hattoki yurishga ham qiynalardi. Va men qo'ldan kelgan barcha ishni qildim. Eng yaxshi mutaxassislarni jalb qildik shu Jaloliddin Masharipovni jahon chempionatiga olib borish uchun. Balki bu meni xatoyimdir. Shu qo'limdan kelganini qilganim meni eng katta xatoyim bo'lgandir. Va men bu narsa meni ham boshimdan o'tgan. Yevropa chempionatida oldin jarohat olganman va Yevropa chempionatini o'tkazib borishimga to'g'ri kelgan. Va shu sababdan men Jaloliddin Masharipovning holatini ham juda ham yaxshi tushunaman. U loyiq edi, bu 100% jahon chempionatida qatnashga loyiq bo'lgan futbolchi edi, ajoyib inson, ajoyib futbolchi. Lekin shuni ham esdan chiqarmaslik kerakki, bizda Husniddin Alikulov ham bor edi. U ham jarohatlangan futbolchi edi, lekin hech kim nimagadir Husniddin Alikulovni masalan eslagani ham yo'q. Hozir men to'g'risi unchalik ham tushunmayapman, muammo nimadaligini. Muammo meni xorijlik bo'lganim uchunmi yoki balki shu Masharipovga yaqinroq bo'lgan insonlar qandaydir uni himoya qilish uchun bunday ko'plab noroziliklar bildirishdimi? Lekin men bilaman, men ajoyib mamlakatda ishlayapman, O'zbekistonda. Men o'zbek xalqini juda yaxshi bilaman, ular mehmondo'st, xorijlik insonlarni ham juda ham hurmat qilishadi. Shu sababdan sal shu tomonlama menda tushunmovchilik bo'ldi.
My salary is not 4 million euro for years, but you still push my salary is 4 million euros for years.
Meni yillik oyligim ham 4 million dollar emas, 4 million euro emas. Bu afsuski, lekin nimagadir bunday informatsiya qayta ta'kidlanyapti, lekin bu noto'g'ri informatsiya.
The agreement with the federation is I pay my staff. The agreement of federation is I pay my staff. Since we arrived, I spoke with the federation, we can arrive with the 3-4 people, but if we need to increase the number during the World Cup or the Asian Cup, we can improve that. And don't worry, if we bring someone, I can pay them.
Demak, meni Ufa bilan kelishuvimga asosan men o'zim bilan olib kelgan yordamchilarimga o'z yonimdan ham pul to'lashim bo'yicha kelishuvga erishgan edik. Shu sababdan hech kim xavotir olmasa ham bo'ladi. Agar biz yana ko'proq mutaxassis jalb qilsak, ko'proq yordamchilar jalb qilsak, jahon chempionati uchunmi yoki Osiyo chempionati uchunmi, demak men o'zimni cho'ntagimdan ham ularga pul to'layotganimni bildiradi.
Someone like Rolando Bianchi, as a coach, he came for free.
Rolando Bianchi kabi murabbiy O'zbekiston terma jamoasida ishlash uchun tekinga rozi bo'lgan. Tekinga O'zbekiston terma jamoasida faoliyat olib bordi.
He came for free to try to help our players, to try to help me, to try to improve the players. And we have some difference. I know it's difficult sometimes to understand between massagist and physiotherapist. We are the 3 massagists, local, very good guys, very professional. But to help our players, we decided to bring 2 physiotherapists from Italy. One of them was with me in the World Cup, Aldo Esposito. He worked in Juventus, big experience. And Simone, he was with me in Benevento. He was in Palermo group. And you imagine Simone to be with us, he signed the contract with the Palermo group, with the City group, sorry, just to be enjoyed with us. And the salary of them is 20% of normal salary for usually they bring in Europe, just to be with us.
Demek, yana bitta masala, ushbu birinchi Rolando Bianchiga gapiradigan bo'lsak, u birinchidan menga yordam berish uchun, ikkinchidan futbolchilarimizga yordam berish uchun ushbu shartlar asosida terma jamoada ishlashga rozilik bildirgan. Keyin yana bitta muammo bu bizda massajist va fizioterapevt o'rtasidagi farqni unchalik ham tushunishmaydi. O'zbekiston terma jamoasida juda ham ajoyib 3 ta mahalliy massajist shu paytgacha faoliyat olib borgan, ya'ni qo'llovchilar, ular professional, ularni umuman malakasiga gap bo'lishi mumkin emas, lekin men Italiyadan fizioterapevtlarni jalb qilishga qaror qildim. Chunki bizdagi men olib kelgan fizioterapevtlar orasida Aldo Esposito, bu jahon chempioni, men bilan birgalikda jahon chempioni bo'lgan, Juventus klubida ko'plab sovrinlarni qo'lga kiritgan. Ikkinchi fizioterapevtimiz Simone, u Palermo klubida ishlagan, men bilan birga Benevento klubida faoliyat olib borgan. O'zbekiston terma jamoasida ishlash uchun Palermodan ketishga qaror qilgan. Ya'ni City Group'ni tashlab, shu o'zini odatdagi ishlab topadigan oyligini 20% ga rozi bo'lib, shu 20% oylikka ishlashga rozi bo'lib, O'zbekiston terma jamoasiga qo'shilgan.
And Aldo Esposito doesn't eat only pasta. Does Aldo Esposito also eat meat, eat fish sometimes? Because someone said, no, eat only pasta. The Italians eat only pasta.
Va kimdir aytibdiki, Aldo Esposito, ya'ni fizioterapeutimiz faqat pasta, ya'ni faqat spagetti yedi deb aytgan. Bu noto'g'ri informatsiya. Aldo Esposito go'sht ham yeydi, u baliq ham yeydi.
He came for working 24 hours for 7 to be ready for the players.
U futbolchilar uchun 24 ga 7 rejimda ishlash uchun bizning tarkibimizga kelib qo'shilgan.
Like that was Castellacci, like that was everyone to try to help the players.
Barcha mutaxassislar ham xuddi shu jumladan jamoa shifokori Enrico Castellacci va boshqa mutaxassislar ham shunday shartlar asosida, shunday ishtiyoq bilan terma jamoaga qo'shilishgan.
I know also the food was not only Italian food.
Va ovqatlanish masalasida bizda ovqatlar faqat Italyan oshxonasiga asoslanmagan.
We bring only Italian food.
Chunki kimdir aytibdi, biz faqat Italyan oshxonasidan, Italiya kuxnyasi asosida ovqatlanyapmiz.
It's wrong information, guys.
Noto'g'ri ma'lumot bor, bu noto'g'ri.
The nutrition guys is from Spain. He work in Udinese, he work in Switzerland. The group, the chef was Italians, but he followed the instruction from the guys from Spain. And the food, someone of you stay with us, the food was not Italian, but was international food for everyone. And of course, as a football player, always I eat this food. I'm from Italy, but I cannot eat pappardelle at ragu every day. I know it's amazing, but I cannot eat every day.
Nutritsiolog bizda ispaniyalik bo'lgan, Udinese klubida ishlagan, undan tashqari Shvetsariyada ishlagan nutritsiologimiz faoliyat olib bordi. Albatta chef povar italiyalik bo'lishi mumkin, lekin u aynan nutritsiologni maslahatlari asosida, nutritsiolog rekomendatsiyasi asosida bizga menyu tuzib bergan va bizni ovqatlarimiz bu Italiya ovqatlari emas, balki xalqaro sport ovqatlanishidan iborat bo'lgan. Men ham masalan italyan sifatida har kuni pardelli yoki ragu yeyish xohlayman, lekin biz asosan shu sportda, umuman sport ovqatlanishida qabul qilingan mahsulotlarni iste'mol qildik.
And you know, after the game, we give to the players plov. We give the Uzbekistan food to the players. The players after the game, they were free in the night to go everywhere they want. So I was not there with the gun to say, no, you need it this, you need it no. So someone give the wrong information, guys.
Demak, futbolchilar o'yinlardan keyin o'zbek ovqatlarini ham, shu jumladan oshni ham shu tanovul qilishlariga imkoniyat bo'lgan. O'yinlardan keyin ularda erkinlik bo'lgan, aylanib kelish vaqtini yaxshi o'tkazishga sharoit yaratib bergan. Ya'ni men bu yerda qandaydir politsiya sifatida, ya'ni qurol bilan ularni nazorat qilmaganman. Ularda barcha yaxshi sharoitlar bo'lgan.
Someone give a lot of wrong information.
Kimdir juda ham ko'p noto'g'ri informatsiya bergan, juda ham noto'g'ri ma'lumotlar tarqatgan.
And I don't know, maybe because I'm foreign coaches. I don't know.
Buning sababini bilmayman, balki men xorijlik murabbiy bo'lganim uchun shundaydir.
Everything we done is not because I like it. It's because usual teams around the world in Europe do this protocol. It's not Kannavaro protocols. It's not my ideas only. But I don't know why someone give the wrong information about my salary, about the players, about the everything.
Demak, biz barcha amal qilgan qoidalar yoki umumiy qilib aytadigan bo'lsak, protokol bu menga yoqqan narsalardan iborat bo'lmagan, bu Kannavaroning protokoli bo'lmagan. Bu umuman Yevropada qabul qilingan, Yevropa klublarida amal qilinadigan qoidalar, ya'ni protokoldan iborat bo'lgan. Lekin bilmayman, shu juda ham ko'p noto'g'ri informatsiya tarqatildi. Nima sababdan, aynan xorijlik bo'lganim uchunmi?
I know the previous coach was local, he did an amazing job, but it's not my mistake. If he's now another job, it's not my mistake if someone want to complain me because now I'm foreigners and I stay in this position and someone speaking give wrong information.
Bilaman, oldingi murabbiy, mahalliy murabbiy bo'lgan, yaxshi natijalarga erishgan, lekin bu meni xatoyim emas. Bu yerda meni tanqid qilish uchun bu qanday sabab bo'la olmaydi. Men qanday sabab hech qanday ish qilmadim. Meni bu narsa uchun tanqid qilishlari uchun.
So I know was the introduction very long, very boring, but for me it was really important to clear all these wrong information. You know, since we starting the World Cup, everyone starting to have, because maybe you have some rat inside of the team, like normal. But you know, as a coach, also I need to protect my players. Because the only goal I have is to protect my players, is to try to improve my players. And since we arrived here, we did our best. And of course, when you go to face Portugal, Colombia, or Congo, it's not easy, guys. But I told you before. Not after. If someone doesn't want to listen before, it's not my problem. But I told you before, was tough, was difficult, was brutal. You know why? Because we have only one local players playing in 5 European leagues. Only one. The rest of the players, our players, they play in a local league or they play in Dubai or in Iran. And our situation before the World Cup was not easy because 4 or 5 players from Iran, they didn't performance. But no one want to listen. So when we starting to lose the games, now we lose, we can attack the coach. You can attack me, no problem, but not my players. Because commitment of my players was the best. Believe me. Because they give everything.
Demak, bilaman kirish qismi sal cho'zilib ketdi, zerikarli bo'lgan bo'lishi mumkin, lekin men bu masalaga aniqlik kiritmasam bo'lmasdi, chunki bilmadik, turli sabablarga ko'ra balki terma jamoa ichida, qo'shtirma ichida kalamush bo'lgani uchunmi, har xil turli xil asoslanmagan, noto'g'ri bo'lgan ma'lumotlar ko'payib ketgan edi. Mani eng asosiy ishim, eng asosiy maqsadim bu futbolchilarni yaxshilash, ularni himoya qilish. Men har qanday holatda ham ularni himoya qilaman. Men jahon chempionatidan oldinroq aytgandim. Biz Portugaliya bilan, Kolumbiya bilan, Kongo Demokratik Respublikasi kabi terma jamoalar bilan o'ynaymiz. Bizga qiyin bo'ladi. Bizni dahshatli o'yinlar kutib turibdi deb men bu haqida oldindan ogohlantirganman. Lekin afsuski, jahon chempionatidan keyin natijalar sal o'xshamay yomon bo'lishni boshlashi bilan yana tanqidlar boshlandi va yana bizga hujum boshlandi. Shuni inobatga olish kerak, bizning tarkibimizda bittagina top 5 chempionatlarda, Yevropa chempionatlarida, top 5 ligalarda o'ynaydigan futbolchimiz bor. Qolgan barcha o'yinchilarimiz mahalliy chempionatlarda, Birlashgan Arab Amirliklarida, Eron chempionatlarida top surishadi. Shundan tashqari, Eron chempionatida o'ynayotgan 4 ta 5 ta futbolchimiz ancha muddat davomida 4-5 oy davomida o'yin amaliyotsiz qolib ketgan. Shu sababdan ham men har doim tanqidni qabul qilishga, har qanday hujumni qabul qilishga tayyorman. Men futbolchilarni oxirigacha himoya qilaman, chunki ular jahon chempionatida borini berishdi va ularni o'z ishiga, futbolga, o'yinga bo'lgan munosabatiga menda hech qanday shikoyat yo'q. Men ularni shu sababdan oxirigacha himoya qilaman.
So guys, I know, sorry for the 35 minutes I speak. Yes, and but it was important to clear all this wrong information because I think it's important to have a respect between the people, even if I'm foreigners, even if I, not local, but we no need to invent the things, please.
Uzr so'rayman, kelish qismini 35 minut davom etdi, juda ham ko'p gapirib lekin eng asosiysi menimcha insonlar o'rtasida hurmat bo'lishi kerak. Bu siz mahalliy mutaxassismisiz, xorijlik mutaxassismisiz, menimcha har doim muloqot, o'zaro muloqot bu hurmatga asoslangan bo'lishi kerak.
Now we can start if you want.
Endi boshlasak bo'ladi, savollar bo'lsa.
We can stay here many hours to speak.
Endi savol javoblarga o'tadigan bo'lsak marhamat.
Assalomu alaykum. Assalomu alaykum. Chempionat Aziya saytidan Samandar Shokirov. Terma jamoamiz o'yinida na mazmun ko'rindi, na murabbiy imzosi ko'rindi. Siz jahon chempionatiga ketishdan oldin jahon chempionatidan zavqlanish uchun ketyapmiz degandingiz. Lekin men Ruslar nomidan ham aytmoqchiman. Biz o'yinimizni ko'rib zavqlanmadik. Siz o'zingiz zavqlandingizmi?
So you said that we were going to the World Cup, we're going to enjoy the World Cup, but we didn't see the signature of the coach. So what do you think? Did you enjoy?
You didn't see the style. I remember I saw all the games before the World Cup. Tell me one game when you dominate the opponent team. Tell me one game when you destroyed the team. Tell me one game when you enjoy everything. So football is soccer. So football is when you go to play against top team, you need to understand when and where you need to try to do your things, your idea. Colombia games, the first half we suffer, but the second half we dominated Colombia. We scored against Colombia. We create chance against Colombia. If you don't want to see, and you want, Barcelona team, and maybe it's wrong. Maybe someone, you need to understand the expectation what is. Because if you think you have a foreigner's coach and you will see Barcelona play next game, tell me, in the Champions League Asia, tell me one Uzbekistan team dominate the opponent team. And tell me one team in the Asian Champions League go forward. No one. The last Uzbekistan team went on the semi-final in the Asian Cup was when Rivaldo was here. So we need to improve, yes. During the World Cup, I think we did very good game against Colombia, where the first half we suffered, but we were 1-0. The second half we came and we tried to dominate them, but of course, the level of the players in the World Cup, you cannot make a mistake. You cannot make a mistake. But the idea was to do experience. And the commitment of our player was amazing. You cannot complain our players because they play against Colombia. Colombia is in the first 20 teams in the world. But if you want to win against Colombia, take time. This was the first our time in the World Cup. This is what we need to understand. Of course, we need to try to improve the players. And if you see how we control the game, if you see how we create the goals, because our goals, if you see our goals and you see our training, they come for the training, they come for the cross we did, they come for the idea we give to the players, because the stone cross is the cross we training during the training.
Demak, jahon chempionatidagi qolgan barcha o'yinlarni kuzatadigan bo'lsak, hech qaysi o'yinda aytishingiz mumkinki, qaysidir jamoa butun dominantlik asosida boshqa bir jamoani bosib tashadi yoki to'liq ustunlikka ega bo'ldi degan o'yin menimcha jahon chempionatida umuman bo'lgani yo'q. Jahon chempionatidagi har bir o'yin bu qiynalish va chidashga asoslangan edi. Xuddi biz Kolumbiya terma jamoasiga qarshi o'ynaydigan bo'lsak, birinchi taymda qiynaldik, birinchi taymda gol qo'yib yubordik, lekin ikkinchi taymda futbolchilarimiz maydonga tushgan holda o'yinni ancha o'yin nazoratini qo'l ostiga olishdi, gol kiritishga muvaffaq bo'ldi. Ya'ni futbolchilar maydonda borini berishdi. Bu jihatdan biz hech qanday shikoyat bildira olmaymiz. Albatta siz masalan xorijlik mutaxassis keldi va ertaga terma jamoadan Barselonaga o'xshagan o'yin kutayotgan bo'lsangiz, albatta bu noto'g'ri. Biz balki muammo bizning kutilmalarimizdadir. O'zbekiston klublariga e'tibor beradigan bo'lsak, oxirgi marta Osiyo Chempionlar Ligasida qachon bizning klublarimiz yaxshi natija ko'rsatishgan. Osiyo Chempionlar Ligasidagi oldingi mavsumga e'tibor bersak, klublarimiz keyingi bosqichga chiqa olmayapti. O'zbek klublari oxirgi marta Rivaldo o'ynagan paytda Osiyo Chempionlar Ligasining yarim finaliga yetib kelishgan. Shu sababdan aytish mumkinki, men oldin aytganman, bu jahon chempionati biz uchun katta tajriba bo'ladi. Chunki Kolumbiya terma jamoasi ham dunyoning top 20 terma jamoalari reytingiga kiradi. Shu sababdan biz Kolumbiya terma jamoalariga qarshi tengma-teng o'yin olib borish, ularni mag'lub etish uchun vaqt talab etiladi. Va bunday jahon chempionati o'yinlarida sizni xato qilishga haqqingiz yo'q. Jahon chempionatida o'ynaydigan futbolchilarning darajasi har bir xatoni juda ham qattiq jazolash bilan yakunlanadi. Bizni gollarimizga e'tibor beradigan bo'lsak, masalan, birinchi Kolumbiyaga urilgan golimiz bu aynan mashg'ulotlarda biz qilgan mashg'ulotlarda biz takrorlagan shu kombinatsiya natijasida aytish mumkin. Chunki Doston Hamdamovning to'pni Doston Hamdamovning krossi yoki to'pni ko'targan holda yetkazib berishi bu biz aynan mashg'ulotlar davomida takrorlagan mehnatimizning samarasidir.
As a coach, during the World Cup, the only game I was really afraid was Portugal. But why Portugal? Because during the preparation of the game, I spoke with my staff, and you know, as a coach, you need to see where they can be dangerous, in which part of the game they can, the pitch they can be dangerous. Where you can go to kill them, you need to prepare the strategy, and the strategy was difficult to prepare because Portugal players, they are so clever, they are so fast to read the situation that for our level was difficult. And I hope before the game, I hope we don't consider goal in the first 10 minutes, but unfortunately we did that. Was the first game that I was afraid, but the rest of the games we always play, always to try to create, always to try to improve our players. So if someone doesn't see that, you need to go back and you need to remember the previous matches you played before.
Men murabbiy sifatida faqat Portugaliya terma jamoasi bilan o'yindan oldin haqiqatan xavotirga tushdim, chunki biz ularni tahlil qilishimiz davomida, ularning kamchiliklari, ularning kuchsiz jihatlarini o'rganish davomida shunday xulosaga keldikki, bu terma jamoaning futbolchilari, ularning darajasi, o'yinni o'qishi, ularning tezligi ularda deyarli kamchiliklar yo'qligini bildirib turar edi. Va shu sababdan men haqiqatan xavotirda edim va eng asosiysi o'yinning dastlabki 10 daqiqasi davomida gol o'tkazib yubormasligimiz lozim deb hisobladim. Lekin afsuski o'zingiz ham o'yinda ko'rdinglar, shu daraja o'rtasidagi farq baribir o'z so'zini aytdi. Menimcha O'zbekiston terma jamoasini mendan oldingi o'yinlarni ham ko'rib tahlil qilib chiqishni maslahat beraman. Chunki biz hech qaysi o'yinda qandaydir katta dominantlik yoki katta nazorat ostida o'ynamaganmiz.
Assalomu alaykum, yaxshi xo'jayiningiz. Avvalo biz uchun bunday turgandan 38 kun o'tib qilingan press-konferensiya uchun rahmat aytaman hammaga. Avvalo bugun suhbat yaxshi aylanib ketishimiz turibdi. Yaxshi so'z qo'yishimiz emas. Men qisqa savol beraman va xohlardim qisqa javob berishingiz. O'qib beraman. Xo'p, siz kelganingizdan keyin terma jamoamiz o'yinida o'sish bo'ldi deb hisoblaysiz. Imkon qadar qisqa javob. Rahmat.
So thank you for the press conference you made after 38 days after the end of the World Cup. So he gave a short question and he wants a short answer. So after you came to the national team, do you think that we made that progress, we improved the game of our national team?
Yes. Yes. But you know why? Because when I came here and we starting to work, the players told me, you know, they were so enjoyed to do the training. We showed them something that no previous coach gave to them this information, because was important for the players to working on this way, and this is for us is really important, because when you speak with the players and you offer some methodology and they appreciate, is something that you need to carry on. And if I see some players before when we arrived or now, I can see some players now they try to play more. They are more confident. The intensity of our training is completely different since we arrived here. And during the World Cup, also we did amazing things during the games. Of course, if you're looking only the result, because some people looking only the result, but as a coach, I don't need the looking only the result. As a coach, I need to go inside the game, and I need to understand why. You know, the first half of Congo, the team was unbelievable, and the second half, you know, they were afraid to play. Or during, you know, a Colombia game, the first half, the team was more conservative, and the second half we tried to play. I know as a coach what he changed, because who came in the Congo game give to us different mentality, different attitude, and the team changed. Against Congo, when we changed the some players, the level of the team came down. When they changed some players, the level of Congo team came up. But during the games, you need to read the situation. I told my players in halftime, during the halftime, guys, carry on like that, try to play the same way, no go back, because if we go back, if we do the low block, maybe we can have some problem. Because the instruction of the players was to go forward, to go to make high pressure. But we were afraid. But during these things, is you see if some team improve or not. If you don't see some improvement, and just you look at the result, okay, the result is not good, end of the result. But as a coach, I need to analyze the things. If you get off the first 20 minutes of every games, because the last 20 minutes is where you getting tired, where your mind concentrate go down, and where you consider more goals. This is experience. And if you see the 3 games in World Cup, you see these last 20 minutes, we consider more goals. Is there where we need to improve? Sorry, was not short to the answer.
Birisi uzr so'rayman, javobim uzun bo'lib ketdi, lekin javobim ha, chunki biz bu yerga kelib ish boshlaganimizdan buyon shu futbolchilar bilan muloqot davomida shuni tushunib yetdimki, futbolchilar mashg'ulotlardan zavq olayotganini aytib o'tdi. Futbolchilar oldin murabbiylar bermagan informatsiya, ma'lumotlar ularga berilayotganini aytib o'tishdi. Ya'ni bizni qilayotgan ish metodologiyamiz futbolchilarga yoqqanini ta'kidlashi mumkin. Keyin ba'zi o'yinchilarimiz biz terma jamoani egallagandan so'ng, terma jamoani boshqarishni boshlagandan so'ng ba'zi o'yinchilarimiz o'z o'yinida ancha progressga erishdi. Ular ancha, masalan, chempionat o'yinlarida ham o'ziga ishonch bilan harakat qilishni boshlashdi. Va yana bir aspekt bu mashg'ulotlarning intensivligi. Biz o'tkazadigan mashg'ulotlar oldingi mashg'ulotlarga qaraganda ancha intensiv ruhda o'tkazildi. Men murabbiy sifatida faqatgina natijaga qarab xulosa qilmayman. Men murabbiy sifatida har bir jihat, har bir o'yinning ichiga chuqurroq kirib borishim talab etiladi. Masalan, Kongo bilan o'ynayotgan bo'lsak, 2 xil taym guvohi bo'ldik. Birinchi taymda biz juda ham yaxshi o'yin o'tkazdik, o'yinni nazorat qildik, lekin ikkinchi taymda bilmadim, qo'rquv sababmi biz umuman boshqa jamoaga aylanib qoldik. Kolumbiya bilan o'yinda shuni teskarisi. Birinchi taymda biz ko'proq konservativ, ko'proq yopiq, himoyaviroq o'yin o'ynadik, lekin ikkinchi taymda umuman boshqa hujumkor jamoani ko'rishni guvohi bo'ldik. Va aytishim mumkinki, maydonga tushgan futbolchilar ham o'zgarish natijasida, masalan, Kongo bilan o'yinni tahlil qiladigan bo'lsak, biz maydonga tushirgan o'yinchilarimiz bizdan zaminalar shu o'zgarishlar qilish natijasida o'yinimizda pasayish bo'lgan bo'lsa, Kongoda aksincha ularning maydonga tushgan o'yinchilari Kongoni o'yinini yanada kuchaytirishga olib keldi. Men tanaffusda futbolchilarimizdan yotib olish, pastga tushish, quyi blokda o'ynash bo'yicha hech qanday bunday ko'rsatma bermadim. Aksincha biz xuddi shunday ruhda davom etishimiz, yuqori pressing qilishimizni talab qildim. Shu sababdan men murabbiy sifatida faqat natijaga qarab qandaydir xulosa chiqarmayman, men o'yinlarni chuqurroq tahlil qilaman. Va bizning hozirgi asosiy muammolarimizdan biri biz har bir o'yinda oxirgi 20 daqiqa davomida o'yinda pasayish bo'layotgani, bu hozir murabbiy sifatida meni o'ylantirayotgan masala.
Marhamat, keyingi savol bersangiz.
Avvalambor assalomu alaykum, hurmatli hamkasblar va assalomu alaykum bosh murabbiy. Jahon chempionatidagi ko'rsatilgan o'yin uchun albatta yigitlarimiz va sizga rahmat aytamiz. Sababi tarixiy natija bo'ldi. Muhimi biz jahon chempionatiga chiqdik. Endi keyingi jahon chempionatlarida albatta katta natijalar kutib qolamiz. Xo'p, birinchi savolim Osiyo o'yiniga e'tibor qaratiladi. Osiyo kubogiga jamoada qanday o'zgarishlar bo'ladi? Tarkibga yangi futbolchilarni jalb qilasizmi? Osiyo kubogida O'zbekiston terma jamoasi oldiga qanday minimal va maksimal maqsad qo'yilgan, shu haqda javob berib o'tsangiz.
First of all, thank you for participation in this World Cup. Thank you for players. Thank you to you. We know that it was the first World Cup, but we're putting the future in the future World Cups. We'll get a positive result also. So now the question is mostly regarding the Asian Cup. So if there will be any kind of changes, what's the minimum objective and the maximum target?
Yes. We need to go to change a bit because it's normal after one World Cup we need to go to replace some players, because another things, guys, in our list I talk with us, most of the players make the qualification. I give some bonus to someone because for the previous qualification. Now the bonus are finished. Now we need to go to change some players. We need to go to found young players, that because if we want to prepare the next World Cup, we need to go to try to take someone that in 4 years they will be 22, 24, because I believe that in our youth national team we have a good players. Beha, when I saw Beha, someone told me maybe I was crazy to put him on the World Cup, but for me the age is not a problem. If someone is good, he can play, but we will change something.
Demak, albatta o'zgarishlar bo'ladi. O'zgarishlar bo'lishi tabiiy, chunki har bir jahon chempionati sikldan keyin tarkibda shu futbolchilarni tarkibida ko'plab o'zgarishlar kuzatiladi va biz shu sababdan biz ham ba'zi o'zgarishlarga qo'l uramiz, chunki biz jahon chempionatiga olib ketgan futbolchilarimiz orasida shu jahon chempionati saralashida ko'proq xizmat qilgan, ko'proq yordam bergan futbolchilar bor edi. Shularni inobatga olgan holda biz ularni ham jahon chempionatiga olib ketgandik. Lekin endi bundan buyog'iga biz bu narsadan voz kechamiz. Endi bundan buyog'iga ko'proq yosh futbolchilarni jalb etishga harakat qilamiz. Menga yoshlar terma jamoalarimizdagi juda ko'p futbolchilar yoqadi va men o'ylaymanki 4 yildan keyin ular ham bir terma jamoaga foyda keltiradigan yaxshi formada bo'lishadi. Kimdir 4 yildan keyin 22 yosh bo'ladi, kimdir 24 yosh bo'ladi va shu jumladan masalan Behruz Karimovga to'xtaladigan bo'lsak, men uni jahon chempionatining birinchi uchrashuvida, debyut uchrashuvida maydonga tushirishimni ko'pchilik bu qarorni juda ham bir qandaydir juda ham katta riskka asoslangan qaror deb aytdi, lekin shu sababdan men uchun eng asosiy ishlardan, eng asosiy maqsadlardan biri shu qo'rqmasdan, futbolchilarning yoshiga e'tibor bermasdan ularga imkoniyat berishdan iborat.
Marhamat.
Assalomu alaykum, Tomosha Qosim chempionat sayti. Bosh murabbiy bergan javoblardan kelib chiqib, xato qarshi fikrli savollar paydo bo'ldi, lekin qo'ygan hamkasblarga hurmat qilgan holda hozircha dastlab ikkitasini bermoqchi. Birinchisi, juda ham to'g'ri texnologiya bilan uchrashuvda, ikkinchi bo'limda siz o'yinni kuchaytirib, yaxshiroq o'ynadik, zo'r o'ynadik. Va bunda siz qilgan o'zgarishlar ham hissasi bor. Ya'ni misol uchun tanaffusdan keyin hamda salbiy o'yinga qo'shib va ikkala o'yinchi ham jamoa o'yiniga energiya berdi, kuchaytirdi. Lekin nima uchun Kolumbiya bilan zaxiradan tushib o'yinni kuchaytirgan futbolchi keyingi turda Portugaliya bilan na asosiy tarkibda mana zaxiradan o'ynashmadi. Bunisi sal mantiqsizroq bo'ldi men uchun. Bu birinchi savol. Ikkinchisi, agar ruxsat bersanglar, boya javob berayotganingizda klublarimizni elit Osiyo Chempionlar Ligasi natijalariga urg'u berasiz va men o'zimcha shuni fikrlayman, bu siz klublar natijalarni ortga bergan o'rnatyapsiz. Sababi
way, it
endi
looks like it's
ochib
trying to
bilamiz.
hide behind the
Barcha
results
o'yinlarda
of
natijalarni legionerlar qiladi.
because in
Bizlar
Asian
birorta
Champions
klubimiz
League,
na Saudiya,
mostly
na
foreign
Qatar, na
players, they decide the games, we don't have this
legioner
kind
olish
of foreign
borasida
players,
bahslashamiz va bu
teams
o'yinlarni
that cannot compete
deyarli
with them.
80-90% legionerlar hal qiladi.
80-90% of the game are decided by foreign players.
No, but I know because with the Guangzhou Evergrande we did the Asian semi-final, and I know the foreigners make a big difference. I know the foreigners make a big difference, but also the local, because Guangzhou team with the Chinese players, they won the Asian Champions League with the good foreigners, but also with the local. So it's not only the foreigners, it's the mix. What I mean is that we need to improve. If we don't improve the local league, we cannot improve only the national team in 1 day. They take time. I agree with you. You know, some club need the foreigners to improve the players. Against Colombia, when we changed the game, their performance, where the performance change, the game after we faced Portugal, and the strategy was, you know, to control like Colombia the same, and we put Ganev in front of them because the first game was injury, Aziz, and not because I don't believe in my players, just because we faced against Portugal, and the fullbacks, right and left back of Portugal, you know, they play in top team in Europe. They are very strong, very fast, and they can give some trouble to us. The second half, the idea was to improve, but when you get the score in the first 10 minutes, and guys, I know some journalists, you know, had the opportunity to come to the World Cup, and someone was here. And from here, when you are on the sofa and watching the game, you cannot understand how the difference of the level of the players. Believe me, who was there can tell you the difference. Who was there of my players can tell you the difference of velocity. But no, velocity is not just, you know, when you are speed. Velocity here, you close one angle, they do another things. Because top players, they are different. Top players are different. But it doesn't mean that we need to give up. I believe the Uzbekistan football has big potential. But we need to change something. Because otherwise, next qualification, maybe we can go again to World Cup, but make result like Japan. We need to improve a lot of things. It's not just foreigners coach. The foreigners coach can give to you the experience about, you know, organization, about how you improve the players, how you need to speak with the players, how you need to, you know, to be maybe not afraid and to control the game for 90 minutes. But of course, we need to improve everything, not just the local league, everything. Federation, coach, staff, physiotherapist, doctor, everything. Maybe, you know, someone complained the previous coach, Katanec, because he never was here. I'm always here. I look everyone. I look every games. I can tell you every players. But it take time to achieve high level. Take time, guys.
Demek, men
Good job,
bilaman.
my friend.
So, men bilaman. Bu fikringizga qo'shilaman, ya'ni xorijlik futbolchilar baribir Osiyo Chempionlar Ligasida bular juda katta ishni amalga oshirishadi. Men o'zim Guangzhou Evergrande jamoasi bosh murabbiyi sifatida shu xorijlik futbolchilarning hissasi bilan yarim finalga chiqib kelganmiz. Lekin bu degani faqat xorijlik murabbiylar emas, chunki aynan shu jamoaning o'zi mahalliy futbolchilar hamda xorijlik futbolchilarni mix, ularni qo'shish natijasida Osiyo Chempionlar Ligasida chempionlikni ham qo'lga kiritishgan. Shu sababdan biz men aytmoqchi bo'lgan narsa terma jamoani kuchaytirish uchun birinchi navbatda O'zbekiston chempionatini ham kuchaytirish kerak. Qachon chempionatimiz darajasi oshsa, bu faqat terma jamoamizning foydasiga o'ynaydi. Va Portugaliya bilan o'yin haqida to'xtaladigan bo'lsak, shu Kolumbiyadan keyin Portugaliyaga qarshi o'yindagi o'zgarishlar, biz xuddi Kolumbiya terma jamoasiga qarshi aynan ikkinchi taymda shunday yaxshi ijobiy o'zgarishlar qilishni ko'zlagan edik, lekin afsuski o'shanda biz birinchi 10 daqiqada gol o'tkazib yubordik va bizning rejalarimiz qisman buzilib ketdi. Va Azg'aniyev nimaga birinchi o'yinda maydonga tushmagan? Azg'aniyev hali jarohatdan to'liq tuzalmaganligi tufayli birinchi o'yinni o'tkazib yuborgan, lekin bizni rejamizda Azg'aniyev har doim asosiy tarkib o'yinchisi bo'lgan. Keyin Portugaliya terma jamoasini aynan qanot himoyachilari bizga haqiqatan juda ham katta muammo yaratishi aniq edi. O'yinning oldingi tahlilimiz natijasida shunday xulosaga keldik, chunki ular Yevropaning top 5 Yevropaning eng kuchli jamoalarida o'ynaydigan futbolchilar edi. Va masalan bu yerda shu ba'zi jurnalistlarimiz bor, biz bilan jahon chempionatida birga bo'lishdi, o'z ko'zlari bilan ko'rishdi va aynan ular ta'kidlashi mumkinki, futbolchilar orasidagi daraja, futbolchilar orasidagi farq juda ham katta darajada. Bu baribir televizor orqali bu narsa uncha sezilmaydi, lekin siz o'shanda maydon atrofida yurib o'z ko'zingiz bilan ko'rsangiz, buni his qilasiz. Bu birinchi navbatda tezlikda bilinadi. Umuman boshqa tezlik. Bu faqat yugurishdagi tezlik emas, bu fikrlashdagi tezlik. Siz bitta burchakni yopishga harakat qilsangiz, ular boshqa tarafdan o'ynab oladi, masalan, taqiq futbolchilari. Shu sababdan men aytishim mumkin, o'zbek futbolining potensiali juda ham katta. Biz keyingi jahon chempionatlarida albatta yaxshi natijalar uchun, ijobiy natijalar uchun kurashsak bo'ladi, lekin buning uchun masalan men xorijlik murabbiy sifatida yoki har qanday boshqa xorijlik mutaxassis o'zidan qo'ldan kelgan shu o'zida bor ma'lumotlar, o'zining tajribasi bilan almashishga harakat qiladi va biz nafaqat futbol bo'yicha yoki maydonni yaxshilashimiz kerak va ikki maydon atrofida barcha aspektlar bo'yicha, barcha yo'nalishlar bo'yicha shu tibbiy shtab bo'ladimi, boshqa xodimlar bo'ladimi, har tomonlama biz takomillashga harakat qilishimiz kerak. Masalan, ba'zi insonlarni eshitaman, ba'zi jurnalistlar oldingi bosh murabbiy Srechko Katanes O'zbekiston chempionat o'yinlariga deyarli bormagan deb shikoyat qilishgan ekan. Men masalan qo'ldan kelganini qilyapman, iloji boricha O'zbekiston chempionat o'yinlarini ham kuzatib, barcha o'yinlarga borishga ham harakat qilyapman. Shu sababdan qo'ldan kelgancha borib berib barchamiz ishlayapmiz. Albatta bu vaqt masalasi. Bizga sal vaqt kerak shu o'zbek futbolini potensialini to'liq yuzaga chiqarish uchun.
Assalomu alaykum, Jaloliddin Qobiljonov. Savolim jahon chempionatiga ketishdan oldin matbuot anjumanida hamkasbim savol berganda, ya'ni milliy terma jamoa kasalxonaga aylanib ketdi desa, istehzo bilan kulib inkor etgandi buni. Lekin jahon chempionati paytida ham ko'rdik, jarohatlar juda ham ko'p bo'ldi futbolchilarda va shu jarohatlar o'yinlarda orttirilmadi, mashg'ulotlarda ko'p bo'ldi. Misol Odil Hamrobekovga oladigan bo'lsak, Xo'jakbar Alijonovnikini bu Kannavaro aytdi-ku, shu intensivlikni oshirishimiz kerak, Shu mashg'ulotlar jarayoni qanchalik to'g'ri, futbolchilarga to'g'ri baho berilganmidi? Chunki jarohatlar aynan mashg'ulotlarda bo'ldi.
Without intensity, you cannot achieve nothing in the modern football.
Zamonaviy futbolda intensivliksiz hech narsaga erishib bo'lmaydi.
During our pre-season, we had only one injury. Odil. The rest of the players, the injury was the previous one for the previous situation. But why we get Odil injury? Because we make a mistake for information. Because the guys Odil always want the training, always want to give everything. And as I told my players, if you get one kick, you cannot die on the field for me. If you have a muscle problem, we need to have a communication. And with him, we had not good communication. Because he always want to be a warrior in the field, I appreciate that, but we make mistakes because sometimes, we can miss two training, no problem, but maybe next one you will be ready. This is the only injury we had, because the rest of them, everyone was a previous situation. Our intensive physical condition during the World Cup was really good. We play with the top team, and we're running, maybe if you see FIFA statistic, maybe we're running more than them, with high intensity, not low intensity. With high intensity it was really good. So If you have another injury players and I don't know, let me know.
Ya'ni albatta yuqori tempdagi mashg'ulotlarsiz zamonaviy futbolda hech qanday natijaga erishib bo'lmaydi. Intensivlik bu juda ham muhim. Bizdagi jarohatlar orasida faqatgina Odil Hamrobekov aynan shu mashg'ulotlar natijasida yuklamalar natijasida jarohat oldi deyish mumkin. Qolgan futbolchilarning barchasi bu asosan shu eski jarohatlar natijasida edi. Bizdagi bu yerdagi asosiy muammo Odil Hamrobekov shu mushaklardan muammo sezayotgan payti vaqtida bu haqda ma'lumot bermadi, chunki u jangchi futbolchi, u hech qachon nimada bahona qilmaydi, har doim mashg'ulotni davom etaveradi. Men har doim futbolchilarimga aytaman, agar qandaydir ushib, ya'ni zarba natijasida sizni jarohat qilinayotgan bo'lsa, bu hech qanday muammo emas, maydonda shu o'lguncha o'ynash kerak deyman. Lekin mushak muammosi bo'lsa, bu haqda darhol xabar berish kerak, chunki bu jiddiy muammo hisoblanadi. Va jismoniy jihatdan men juda ham mamnun bo'ldim jamoamning harakatidan, chunki shu FIFA tomonidan taqdim etilgan statistika natijasida ham shunga guvoh bo'ldikki, futbolchilarimiz juda yaxshi yugurishgan, aynan yuqori tempda, past tempda emas, yuqori tempda intensiv jihatdan juda ham yaxshi, boshqa terma jamoalarga qaraganda ancha yaxshiroq yugurishgan statistikani guvoh bo'ldik.
And you know, we try with the federation now to have a more information with the teams. The federation decided to take the GPS and give it to everyone to try to control the performance, the training of the players, because some players, local players, they ask some extra work to our fitness coaches. And it means that sometimes they want to work more. And this is really good for me. The intensity of training, the intensity of the games is the key. And our fitness coach is not the crazy one, make the people running like just because they need running. We have the study, we prepare the team, the training, we prepare everything. So
demak biz Ufa bilan kelishgan holda shu klublardagi O'zbekiston chempionatidagi jamoalardagi futbolchilarning holatini ham doimiy nazorat ostida kuzatib borganmiz. Ularning shu barcha GPS ma'lumotlarini kuzatib borganmiz va aytish mumkinki, ba'zi shu klublardagi futbolchilar o'zlari jismoniy tayyorgarlik murabbiyimizdan qo'shimcha yuklamalar so'rashgan. Ya'ni ular o'z klubida yetarlicha yuklama olishmagani uchun terma jamoaning jismoniy tayyorgarlik murabbiyidan qo'shimcha yuklamalar so'rashgan. Intensivlik bu kalit, bu eng asosiy narsa hisoblanadi. Bizni jismoniy tayyorgarlik murabbiyimiz u qandaydir ahmoqligi uchun emas, ularga ko'plab yuklama berib, ularni yugurtirishi bu natijasida emas, bu barchasi o'rganilgan, tahlilga asoslangan narsalar.
Uzundan birinchi futbolchi O'zbekiston terma jamoasi nomidan 4 oydan keyin borib, 4 oydan keyin Osiyo Kubogi o'tyapti. Bu Osiyo Kubogida tarkibi 90% Yevropada o'tadigan Yaponiya, yana shu darajadagi Koreya, jahon chempionatida ko'rdan olishgan Avstraliya, mezbon Saudiya Arabistoni raqiblik qiladi. Biz Osiyo Kubogida qanday natijani kutaylik? Fabio Kannavaro terma jamoada yoki yana Osiyo Kubogi jahon chempionatida bo'lgan kabi zavqlanish uchun boramiz.
No, not enjoy. Because as I told you when, I don't know if you remember when I arrived here, as I told you, the World Cup is something where we need to learn, World Cup is something where we need to improve. We will be enjoy to try to do our best. But of course, I think Asian Cup is completely different. Asian Cup, we need to understand that we need to try to do our best, to try to do until the end, because I believe that we have a potential and we go to face everyone without be afraid.
Demak, Osiyo Kubogiga biz zavqlanish uchun bormaymiz. Men O'zbekiston terma jamoasi murabbiyligiga kelishim bilan aytganman, jahon chempionati biz uchun tajriba bo'ladi, biz bu yerda ko'plab narsalar o'rganamiz deb buni oldin aytganman. Lekin Osiyo chempionatida biz yetarlicha potensialga egamiz va biz Osiyo chempionatida iloji boricha oxirigacha borishga bizning potensialimiz yetadi va hech shu Osiyo chempionatidagi raqiblardan ham bemalol qo'rquvsiz o'ynasak bo'ladi.
For these things, another things I ask to the federation is to take very tough friendly games. Because I believe that if you want to improve in the football, you need to go to face the top teams. I know ranking is important, but also I think if we want to improve, we need to go to face very good team. We go to Korea. We are close to close the deal with Iran here. We have maybe a top national team we go to face, and also in November we try to do the same, because I want to make the games real games, even if they are friendly. I want to face top team.
Shu sababdan men UPA bilan har doim iltimos qilaman, bizga iloji boricha kuchli terma jamoalar bilan shu sparring o'yinlar, o'rtoqlik o'yinlari tashkil etishni so'rab kelaman. Va bizni kutayotgan shu FIFA kunlari davomida ham bizni aynan shunday kuchli terma jamoalarga qarshi o'yinlar kutib turibdi. Faqat kuchli terma jamoalar bilan o'ynabgina siz o'z saviyangizni, o'z darajangizni oshirishingiz mumkin. Albatta FIFA reytingi ham muhim, ochkolar olish kerak boshqa, lekin bizni asosiy e'tiborimiz terma jamoani kuchaytirish bo'lishi kerak. Shu sababdan biz Janubiy Koreya terma jamoasi bilan o'ynaymiz, Eron terma jamoasi bilan muzokaralar olib borilyapti bu yerda o'yin o'tkazish uchun. Bundan tashqari juda ham kuchli top terma jamoalar bilan muzokara olib borilyapti va noyabrda ham o'ylaymanki bizni yaxshi darajadagi o'rtoqlik o'yinlar kutib turibdi.
Assalomu alaykum. Sport futbol bo'yicha murabbiyimiz aytdiki, bizda ichki liga kuchayishi bilan bog'liq terma jamoa kuchayishi bunga qaysi tomonda qo'shilsa bo'ladi. Lekin bizda shunaqa daqiqalar bo'ldi. Jahon chempionati davomida biz hujum qilishga intildik. Birinchi raqamga o'tmagan bo'lsak, oldinga borishga intildik. Ammo shunday vaziyatda bizda inqiroz bo'ldi, ya'ni vaziyat yaratish bo'yicha inqirozlar bo'ldi. Yarim himoyachida jarohat bilan bog'liq vaziyatlar bo'ldi. Shunday holatda o'sha ichki ligamizda yaxshi o'ynab turgan, yaxshi formada bo'lgan, o'sha intensiv o'yin ma'noda yaqinroq o'yin ko'rsatadigan Jamshid Iskandarov butun chempionat davomida borib sizlarga tashladi. Mana shunday kreativ futbolchilardan kam foydalanishga aniq sabab bormi?
Because in the midfielder we had many players. Jama is one offensive guys, very good assistant player, and during the game you use what you need. The idea was to try to give a minutes to everyone, but some games like Colombia, we use different players. Some game against Portugal, maybe in 3-0, 4-0, you need to be more conservative because the game is gone. Congo, I think the lineup was in the first half was amazing. So sometimes you need use the players that you need. I know Jama has big potential, big experience, but also I think sometimes we need use what the game tell you.
Birinchi tarjima qilaman, keyin ikkinchi savol beramiz. Demak, yarim himoyada bilasiz, bizda ham juda ko'p yaxshi darajadagi o'yinchilarimiz ko'p, ya'ni raqobat ham yetarli. Yarim himoya chizig'imizda Jamshid Iskandarov juda ham yaxshi darajadagi o'yinchi, hujumkor o'yinchi, assistlar beradigan futbolchi. Iloji boricha biz barcha o'yinlarda barcha futbolchilarga imkoniyat berishga harakat qildik. Mana Kolumbiya terma jamoasi bilan, Portugaliya terma jamoasi bilan ham o'yindan kelib chiqqan holda o'zgarishlar qilishga harakat qildik. Ya'ni Jamshid Iskandarovning potensialini juda yaxshi bilamiz, qanday darajadagi futbolchiligini bilamiz. Lekin shu vaziyatdan kelib chiqqan holda shu boshqa o'yinchilardan foydalanishga qaror qildik. Masalan, Kongo terma jamoasiga qarshi tushirgan tarkibimiz aytishingiz mumkin birinchi taymda deyarli ideal o'yin ko'rsatdi, juda ham yaxshi o'yin bo'ldi. Lekin shu boshqa o'yinlardagi vaziyat, shu situatsiyadan kelib chiqqan holda Jamshid Iskandarovimiz boshqa futbolchilardan foydalandi. Ikkinchi savolingiz?
Aniq sabab bormi, masalan, konkret sabab bormi? Bu savollarni yetmaysiz degan narsa.
Is there any concrete reason, specific reason that you did not decide to use Jama Iskandarov?
No, I don't have nothing against my. One second. I don't have nothing against my players. I don't understand why you think I bring Jama in the World Cup, and I don't bring him because I have something with him. So it's something wrong, my friend. Believe me. I don't know. I know maybe I'm a different culture, but if I bring someone, it's because I believe in him. Yeah, I believe to all my players, even who was here. You know that as a coach, you need to make some decision, and sometimes you make mistakes, yes, but sometimes also you do the right things. But you need to see always the balance. I left someone since we arrived in the pre-season was the best, but he was outside the list, and he decided to be with us until the last day. You know who is? Jazulbek. He decided to be with us until the last day, and he was the best. And I was angry with him. You know why? Because I told him, why in the league you don't performance like that, but when you are here you are the best? And I cannot bring you in the lineup. Why? Because you need to performance well in the league. But as a coach, for me, was difficult because I respect all my players. You can complain me, but you cannot complain my players, because I will stand in front of them against everyone. And I don't have nothing against no one. Ne Jama, ne Eldor, no one.
Ya'ni hech qanday konkret sabab yo'q, aniq bir sabab yo'q. Hech qaysi futbolchiga nisbatan menda hech qanday bir shaxsiy qandaydir muammo yo'q. Jahon chempionatiga men Jamshid Iskandarovni olib borishimni o'zi men bu futbolchiga qanchalik ishonishim, qanchalik ishonch bildirishimdan dalolat beradi. Va shu sababdan ham uni darajasini bilgan holda men jahon chempionatiga olib borganman. Baribir bosh murabbiy sifatida siz har doim qandaydir qaror qabul qilishingiz kerak. Murabbiy ham ba'zan xato qiladi, ba'zan to'g'ri qarorlar qabul qiladi. Siz ushbu mas'uliyatni siz o'z bo'yningizga olishingiz kerak. Masalan, bizda shunday futbolchi bo'ldi, yig'in davomida, mashg'ulotlar davomida eng zo'r, barchadan ajralib turgan, eng zo'r harakat qilgan futbolchi, lekin Superligada deyarli maydonga tushmagan. Bu Jasur Jaloliddinov. Men uni o'ziga ham aytdim, albatta gap yo'q, zo'r qatnashyapsan, hammadan yaxshi o'zing ko'rsatyapsan mashg'ulotlar davomida, lekin sen Superligada o'ynamaganliging tufayli ham men seni yakuniy ro'yxatga kirita olmayman deb tushuntirdim, lekin unga qaramasdan uch jahon chempionati davomida oxirigacha terma jamoa bilan birga bizni ixtiyorimizda qolishga qaror qildi. Shu sababdan tushunishingiz kerak, bosh murabbiyga ham baribir qiyin bo'ladi qaysidir qarorni qabul qilish, qanchalik qaysidir futbolchi loyiq bo'lsa ham, masalan boshqa futbolchi foydasiga qaror qabul qilish mumkin. Shu mas'uliyatni har doim bosh murabbiy o'z bo'yniga olishi kerak. Lekin aynan shaxsan qaysidir futbolchiga nisbatan qandaydir muammo, qandaydir shaxsiy masala hech kim bilan yo'q. Faqat Jamshid Iskandarov balki boshqa futbolchilar bilan ham hech qanday muammo yo'q.
Futbolda matbuot anjumanimiz ozgina xafagarchilikni bildirganlar bilan boshlandi, lekin shu munosabatda oldindan mani natijaga hech qanaqa e'tirozim yo'q. Oldindan kutmagandim natijani, hatto birinchi kunda. Lekin jarayonni ko'rib turib e'tirozli bir holat bo'ldi. Ikkita o'yin bilan bog'liq. Bu o'zlari bir necha marta qaysi ma'noda javob berdi, bilmayman. Bittasi Kanadaga qarshi, bittasi Kongoga qarshi. Kanadaga qarshi o'rtoqlik uchrashuvi men uchun birinchidan zo'r. Biz emas, Kongoga qarshi o'ynab tushmagan. Lekin o'rtoqlik uchrashuvida ikkinchidan umuman boshqa O'zbekistonni ko'rib qoldik. Bu nimadan kelib chiqadi? Va xuddi shu holat Kongoga qarshi o'yinda yana takrorlanmoqda. Bitta jarayon ikkinchisi uchun dars bo'lishi kerak emasmi? Va boya aytib o'tdilar, futbolchilarni yerda hech narsa deyishmasdan manga o'tishursin, nima tartib bo'lsin. Mana shu holatda boya o'zlaringiz Kongoga qarshi o'yinda men oldinga borishga buyruq berdim. Ular shu o'rinda endi futbolchilarga e'tiroz bo'ladimi yoki yo'q? Va oldinga qarab yuradigan bo'lsak, natija bu bo'ldi. Bu yog'iga nima qilishimiz kerak? Bu nima bilan bog'liq? Ikkinchi taymda 70-minutdan keyin biz ham o'tirib qolishimiz mentalmi bu, jismoniy kuchni yetmayaptimi? Buni to'g'rilash uchun nima qilishimiz kerak?
Yeah, right question. Because as a coach, it's difficult to analyze, because I saw many games, and every time our players need, one punch to reaction, and I don't understand. And we try to speak with the players, because always my teams, I like, you know, to be aggressive in the first 20 minutes, to try to open the door. But I don't, here is something that, you know, our players are more conservative in the first half sometime, and maybe their reaction when they can consider it some goal. And during these games, they are different because friendly games, the weather was no amazing, was cold, the situation, they changed 11 players. Everyone came in the Canada, and they were so fast, so it was difficult. The attention, where we need to improve is the attention of the game, the players, is where I speak a lot with them. Because when you, during the game, when you are tired, your attention go down. Because our problem, another problem, we don't speak each other. Our players always are no speaking. Always they are like, you know, they don't help each other in the game. And I try to push them, they need to speak. This is something that also we need to improve. This is something also we need to try to push the players to understand that the games is 90 minutes. The game is not 45 or 75. The game is in 90, and the modern football maybe is 95, 98 minutes. So it's where we need the working, is where in the future we try to do something. But the Congo games, I think is different because they you know, they spend a lot of energy in the first half, and even if I told them go forward, they starting to be afraid. They starting to you know, to be more conservative, and they starting to be afraid, and you know, the intensity of Congo, they make some different players, and we pay, you know, I think because we've been more conservative.
To'g'ri savol bo'ldi, to'g'ri fikrlar. Buni tahlil qilish oson emas. Nimaga bizda aynan shunday muammo mavjudligini. Menda shunday taassurot bo'ladiki, bizni terma jamoamiz har doim bitta zarbani qabul qilib olgandan keyin uyg'onadi va keyin reaksiya qilishni boshlaydi. Men har doim o'z jamoalarimdan dastlabki 20 minut davomida agressiv o'ynashni so'rayman, lekin bizda aksincha dastlabki 20 minut o'yinni boshlab biz ko'proq konservativ o'yin ko'rsatishga harakat qilamiz. Endi o'rtoqlik o'yin bilan rasmiy o'yinni taqqoslab bo'lmaydi. Undan tashqari Kanadaga qarshi o'yinda ob-havoni o'zingizlar ko'rdinglar, sovuq edi. Keyin juda ham ko'p o'zgarishlar. Kanada terma jamoasi birinchi taymdan keyin 11 ta futbolchini almashtirdi va boshqacha sharoit edi ushbu o'yin davomida. Bizning asosiy muammoimiz, meni fikrimcha, bu diqqatni jamlay olmaslik, konsentratsiyani tushirib yuborish deb hisoblayman. Ayniqsa odam charchagandan keyin konsentratsiya yanada tushadi. Biz bunday vaqt davomida o'yinni ayniqsa oxirida konsentratsiyani maksimal darajada ushlashga harakat qilishimiz kerak. Yana bir muammoimiz, futbolchilarimiz bir-biri bilan gaplashmaydi maydonda. Podskaz yo'q, bir-biri bilan gaplashish, doimiy muloqot, kommunikatsiya yo'q futbolchilarimiz orasida va buni ham biz yaxshilashga harakat qilishimiz kerak. Bilamiz, futbol 90 minut davom etadi, 45 minut emas yoki 70 minut emas. Zamonaviy futbol o'yinlari umuman 95-98 minut davom etyapti. O'sha hisobdan umuman butun o'yin davomida biz har doim konsentratsiyani ushlashga harakat qilishimiz kerak. Kongo haqida o'yga gapiradigan bo'lsak, birinchi taymda biz ko'proq kuchimizni sarflab qo'ygandek taassurot qoldirdi. Albatta, men tanaffusda oldinga borishni so'ragan bo'lsam ham, balki futbolchilarimizda kuch qolmagandir, balki sal qo'rquv bo'ldimi, ikkinchi taymda pasayish bo'ldi. Kongo esa aksincha shu yangi maydonga tushirgan o'yinchilar o'yinni yanada kuchaytirishdi va intensivlik evaziga Kongo ushbu o'yinda g'alabani ilib ketdi.
Assalomu alaykum, Humoyun Oripov, Daryo Sport. Savolim shunday iboratki, hozir masalan berilgan savollarga matbuot anjumani boshlanishidan oldin murabbiy o'z qarorlari qanchalik o'zi uchun to'g'ri bo'lganini aytib o'tdilar. Savolim shunday iboratki, o'zi murabbiy qaysi qarorni xato bo'lganini hisoblaydi jahon chempionatida va jahon chempionatidagi 3 o'yindan keyin O'zbekiston milliy terma jamoasini asosiy darvozabon masalasida aniqliklarga kelingan va asosiy darvozabon bilan
of course, guys, when you make some decision, sometimes is right and sometimes is wrong. I decided to put Beha in the first game of World Cup, 18 years old players. So it was right. But sometimes you change the goalkeeper and maybe it's wrong. I know. But also I need to tell you, because since we arrived, Yusuf was injured, and the performance of him was not top. So Nematov starting to play, and the performance of him with us was really good. If you remember, against Egypt, against Iran, against all the friendly game we did, the performance of him was amazing. Amazing. So I know when you lose and you do some decision, the people starting to complain. But sometimes he's right and sometimes he's wrong. As a coach, I need to get some decision. I don't have nothing against anyone, I tell you before. During the training, Nema was much better than Yusuf. So for me, of course, in the end, you know, the idea was to give minutes to everyone, because for me it was important that. Unfortunately, someone didn't play in the World Cup, and I feel sorry for that, because some experienced players, you know, he played for many years in the national team. He didn't play 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the World Cup, and I feel sorry for that. But you know, during the games, sometimes you make a wrong decision. I know I make wrong decisions. I know I make mistakes. I know I need to work also on these mistakes. But believe me, next time, I know bring the players that, you know, deserve to be in the national team just because the previous World Cup. This is also experience for me. This is also experience for me, of course. But we try to help everyone. We try to improve everyone. The previous coach decided to be focused on 22, 23 players. The rest of them was no chance to come in the national team. I have a different philosophy. I go to get one guy for 17 years old and he can go to play in the first league. It's wrong, maybe. It's good, we don't know. If you not take some decision, you never know. I can make a mistake as well. I did a lot of mistakes. But all my mistakes is to try to help my players. All my mistakes need to understand, if you complain me because someone didn't get the pass to come to America, because some journalists maybe complain because they don't get the pass for come to America. So we need to understand the line when, you know, you are friend of some players, because guys, I'm in the football since I have 8 years old. I was 8 years old. And I know all dynamic inside the team and outside of the team. It's not for you, this is for everyone. But I know the dynamic. If maybe some players is your friend and, you know, you care more of him and not another one. I know the dynamic here also, because now it's near 1 year I'm in Uzbekistan, and I know the dynamic outside also. I know outside and inside the team, don't worry. I know everything, but sometimes I need to close my eyes, sometimes I need to close my head. And I know the previous coach maybe let you go in everywhere in the training ground. I know the previous coaches give to you interview every time. I know. I'm different. Doesn't mean that I'm bad or good. I'm working for my players, because you do your job and I respect your job. But you imagine you are in my house and two of players they fighting, or two of players they want to be on the chair like that, you know, relax, and maybe you get one picture, or you get one video and the video go outside and the people started to complain to my players. So what I doing is, everything I do is to try to cover my players. I know it's difficult to understand, but I care more of my players than my kids.
Demak, har doim qaror qabul qilganingizda oxirida baribir haq bo'lib chiqasiz yoki nohaq bo'lib chiqasiz. Har doim ham haq bo'lish iloji yo'q. Masalan, 18 yosh bolani jahon chempionatini birinchi o'yinda maydonga tushirishda masalan odam haq bo'lgan bo'lishi mumkin, lekin terma jamoa darvozabonni o'zgartirishga qaror qilish noto'g'ri qaror bo'lgan bo'lishi mumkin. Shu sababdan har doim siz haq bo'la olmaysiz. O'tkir Yusupov bilamizki, men terma jamoani egallagandan so'ng u jarohat ostida edi, ancha muddat maydonga tushmagan, juda ko'p o'yinlarni o'tkazib yuborgan edi. Abduvohid Ne'matov aksincha juda ham yaxshi formada, juda yaxshi o'yinlar ko'rsatgan, o'rtoqlik o'yinlarida Misrga qarshi, Eronga yaxshi, boshqa FIFA series doirasidagi o'rtoqlik o'yinlarda ham Abduvohid Ne'matov bizni juda yaxshi qutqargan vaziyatlar bo'lgan. Shu sababdan men hech qaysi darvozabonga yoki futbolchiga nisbatan qanday shaxsiy muammom yo'q. Mashg'ulotlarda menga shu Abduvohid Ne'matov yaxshiroqdek ko'ringani uchun shunday qaror qabul qilgan edim. Endi asosiy reja barcha darvozabonga imkoniyat berish bo'lgan. Shu jahon chempionati davomida barcha darvozabonlarga o'yin amaliyotini berishni niyat qilgandim, lekin buni albatta iloji bo'lmadi. Shunday terma jamoada ancha yildan beri o'ynayotgan tajribali futbolchilar bor. Afsuski, ular 5 daqiqa yoki 10 daqiqa ham jahon chempionatida qatnasha olmadi va men bundan juda ham katta afsusdaman. Endi bundan keyin men o'zimga qilgan asosiy xulosa, men uchun dars bo'lgan narsa, men futbolchilarning oldingi xizmatlari uchun masalan tarkibga kiritmayman. Masalan, oldin jahon chempionati saralashdagi xizmatlari uchun men ko'plab futbolchilarni ushbu jahon chempionatiga olib borishga qaror qilgandim. Bu ham o'ziga xos dars bo'ldi men uchun. Masalan, oldinlari terma jamoada oldingi murabbiylar faqatgina 22 ta 23 ta futbolchini terma jamoaga jalb qilishgan va faqat shu futbolchilar bilan ishlashgan va boshqa futbolchilarda terma jamoada o'ynash uchun deyarli imkoniyat bo'lmagan. Lekin meni falsafam boshqacharoq, men barchaga imkoniyat beraman. Hatto 17 yosh futbolchi bo'lsa ham, qaysidir jamoa asosiy tarkibda o'ynamasa ham, men uni terma jamoaga taklif qilishim mumkin. Demak, keyin ba'zi e'tirozlarga keladigan bo'lsak, bilmadim, masalan, ba'zi jurnalistlar balki shu AQShga viza olmagani uchun qandaydir shunga asoslangan holda e'tirozlar bildirishdimi, lekin chegarani ham bilish kerak. Tanqid bilan shaxsiy muammolardagi, kim bilandir shaxsiy munosabatlardagi qandaydir muammolarga asoslanib meni tanqid qilishim men noto'g'ri deb o'ylayman. Barchasi qandaydir chegara bo'lishi kerak, hurmat bo'lishi kerak. Sizlar ham ishlarni qilyapsizlar, men ham o'z ishimni bajaryapman. Men 8 yoshdan buyon futboldaman va futbolni ichida, futbolni tashqarida bo'ladigan har bitta harakatni, har bitta shu dvijeniyadan meni xabarim bor. Endi qo'pol qilib aytganda bu narsalarni men juda ham yaxshi tushunaman. Keyin ushbu O'zbekistonda hozir 1 yildan buyon ishlayotgan bo'lsam, O'zbekistonda ham men bilib oldim. Ichkarida nimalar bo'ladi, tashqarida nimadir bo'ladi, futbolchilar kim bilan yaxshiroq do'st, kim bilan ko'proq gaplashadi, kim qaysi jurnalist qaysi futbolchini ko'proq yaxshi ko'radi yoki qaysidir murabbiyni ko'proq yaxshi ko'rishadi, buni men barchasini aniq tushunib oldim. Men ba'zan nimagadir ko'zimni yumishim mumkin, ba'zan quloqimni yopishim mumkin, lekin baribir hamma narsada chegara bo'ladi. Men yaxshimi yomonmi, baribir o'zimning ishimni qilishga harakat qilyapman. Keyin ba'zi masalan e'tirozlar bo'ldi, shu jurnalistlarga qandaydir dostуп yopildi, terma jamoa ichkarisiga, bazaga bo'lgan qandaydir nimalar, imkoniyatlar yopildi. Oldin bilmadim, balki oldingi murabbiy bilan xohlagan payt intervyu qilgandirsizlar, xohlagancha terma jamoaning ichiga kirib borgandirsizlar, lekin afsuski bunday ishlanmaydi. Meni qarashlarim bu borada boshqacha. Masalan, terma jamoa futbolchisi bazada yoki terma jamoada mehmonxonada bo'lgan payti, masalan, orada qandaydir ikkita futbolchi o'rtasida muammo bo'lishi mumkin yoki dam olishi mumkin va buni tasavvur qiling, jurnalist rasmga oldi, videoga oldi va buni chiqarib yubordi. Shu narsalarni inobatga olgan holda balki men ba'zan chegaralar o'rnatish mumkin ba'zi jurnalistlar uchun va bu butun dunyoda normal amaliyot hisoblanadi. Shu sababdan aytishim mumkin, men asosiy maqsadim men futbolchilarimni himoya qilish va bu uchun barcha narsani qilaman. Men futbolchilarimga o'zimni farzandlarimdan ham ko'proq g'amxo'rlik qilaman.
You want back to that?
Endi taktika haqidagi savolim, Katanets olib kelgan sxema o'sha 3 ta markaziy himoya bilan menimcha missiyasini bajarib bo'lsa bo'lgan, juda ham kerak bo'ldi o'sha paytlari va darvozabonimizning o'ziga bo'lgan ishonchini paydo qilish uchun juda yordam berdi va mana bu guruhda ham og'ir guruh edi, buni tan olamiz. Bu yerda ham himoyaviy futbol ko'rishimiz talab etilgan. Endi bundan buyon Fabio Kannavaro haqiqiy ishchi sxemasi qanaqa va shundan kelib chiqib terma jamoamizda shu taktikasida o'zgarishlar bo'ladimi? Chunki Osiyo chempionatiga borganimizda baribir nisbatan o'z-o'zidan tenglarni o'ynaydi. Shuning uchun terma jamoamiz deylik 4 ta markaziy himoya, 4 ta himoyachi bo'ladi va markazda shu hisobda bitta kreativ bog'lovchi futbolchilar bo'ladimi?
Thank you for the question. And I think Ali Kulov changed my plan because when he get injury, he forced me to play with the 3 defenders. In my life, as a coach, I used to play with the 4 defenders. In the 2-3 situation like Udine, I play with the 3 defenders. But as a player, I play with the 3 defenders. I'll play with the 3 defenders with the 4. So for me, you know, you can have one player in front. Is the same. But the idea is to try to play with the 4 defenders. My best system always I use is 4-3-3. The difference between the system we have now, we have 3 defenders, 1 center, maybe we can put in the front. Will be the same. And it's true that we go to face Asian team that they are not like Portugal or they are like Congo or Colombia, and where we need to go to show, I want to see something different, of course, because the job we did until now, I think is really good, because the players understood how we need to play forward, how we need to be between the lines, how we need to attack the lines, how we need to build up, because, you know, he left, but the previous journalist told me which kind of improvement you see. I saw the previous game, always we try to put to the long ball. Now we try to build up more. Now we can have more control of the middle. And of course, when you go to face Portugal, you cannot see that because the difference is too much. But if we go to see the previous games, maybe, you know, we did a lot of improvement. And it's where we need to carry on. It's where we need now in September, we will starting to speak also with all coaches in federation to try to change something, because I think they have a big result, they have a huge result, but there are small things that, you know, our defenders, they need to thinking more. Our midfielders, they need the scanner more. Our quality of the pass need to be faster, because in the end football is time and space. If I give it a slow pass, I don't have a time, you know, and I don't scan, I don't have a time. So we need to improve these things in the youth players, in the academies, and all around the country, if we want to improve step by step. This is something that takes time, I know, but in the meantime, also we need to improve what we want. In the Asian Cup, I will be more exigent to my players, because I know that in Asian Cup, I don't care if we play against Japan, I don't care if we play against Iran, like what we done before. We need to go to it, try to win in the good way.
Rahmat savol uchun. Mani 2ta markaziy himoyachi yoki 4ta himoyachi o'ynash rejalarim albatta Husniddin Aliqulov o'zgartirib yubordi. Aynan Husniddin Aliqulovning jarohati tufayli men 3ta markaziy himoyachi bilan o'yinni davom ettirishga majbur bo'ldim. Chunki men butun faoliyatim davomida faqat 2ta markaziy himoyachi, ya'ni 4ta himoyachi bilan o'ynaganman. Faqatgina Udinezeda shu 3ta markaziy himoyachi bilan o'ynashga majbur bo'lganman. Futbolchi sifatida ham farqi yo'q. Men 2ta markaziy himoyachi bilan jamoada ham o'ynaganman, 3ta markaziy himoyachi jamoada ham o'ynab ko'rganman. Lekin meni asosiy shu taktik sxemam 4-3-3 ko'rinishida. Har doim shu oldingi jamoalarimda shunday sxema ostida o'ynaganmiz. Bizda shu 4ta himoyachi bilan o'ynash albatta oldida yana bitta qo'shimcha o'yinchiga ega bo'lish imkoniyatini yaratib beradi va Osiyo terma jamoalari orasida albatta Portugaliya, Kolumbiya, Kongo darajasidagi raqiblar yo'q. lekin biz shu paytgacha nima qilib kelgan bo'lsak, buni yana davom ettirishimiz kerak. Falsafa yuzasidan, ya'ni o'yin falsafasi yuzasidan men har doim talab qilgan narsalar oldiga o'ynash, liniyalar orasida ochilib to'pni qabul qilish, oldinga ochilish, shu build up, ya'ni shu himoyadan chiqayotganda paslar orqali chiqish. Bu narsani biz yana davom ettirishimiz kerak. Menga shu aytishgan, oldingi masalan o'zim kuzatganda ham guvoh bo'lganman, asosan uzun paslarga asoslangan futbol o'ynaganmiz. Lekin men albatta bunday emas, asosan shu qisqa paslar, o'rtani, markazni nazorat qilish, bu elementlarni yanada davom ettirishimiz kerak, buni ustida yanada ishlashimiz kerak. Sentyabrda men yana barcha murabbiylar bilan uchrashib gaplashmoqchiman, shu yoshlar terma jamoalari murabbiylari bilan, chunki hali ham ishlaydigan jihatlarimiz yo'q. Masalan, himoyachilarimizni fikrlashini yaxshilashimiz kerak. O'yin davomida markazdagi futbolchilarimiz o'yinni o'qishi, skaner qilishi o'yinni, paslar aniqligi, pas tezligi, chunki futbolda har doim masalan pas sekin bo'ladigan bo'lsa, bu keyingi qabul qilinadigan qarorga ham salbiy ta'sir ko'rsatadi. Shu sababdan yoshlar akademiyalari, umuman yoshlar jamoalarida shu futbolchilarimizni shu jihatlarini yaxshilash bo'yicha ancha ishlashimiz kerak. Bu vaqt talab qiladi. Osiyo terma jamoalari orasida kimga qarshi o'ynash farqi, Yaponiya bo'ladimi, Eron bo'ladimi, men jamoamga, futbolchilarimga nisbatan ancha talabchanroq bo'laman, chunki har qanday Osiyo terma jamoasini yutish mumkin.
Avvalambor assalomu alaykum. Jurnalist va bloger yuqorida siz top 5 chempionatlardan faqatgina bitta futbolchidan
we said that we have only one player in top 5. We have to improve our Super
agar
League.
natijalar shularga bog'liq bo'ladigan
And if
bo'lsa, bu
our
tarafda
job depends
boshqa
on
bir
these
deputat bo'lgan
factors,
Kannavaro FIFA reytingidagi ularning ichki chempionati biznikidan pastroq. Plus
there's another
ularning
team
tarkibida
like
Yevropa top 5 chempionati
Cabo Verde,
Cabo
like
Europe,
another good example. They don't have good players in top 5 leagues, but they still played well. They did not lose in the group stage. Spain did not beat Cabo Verde, and in the playoff they played 120 minutes. They fought against Argentina. So why they achieve this kind of result? So what we need to learn from them, what we needed, that we didn't have that Cabo Verde has this quality. So they also debutant in they performed well, but we could not manage to do it.
What I told is about sometimes the modern football, maybe 90% is physical. 90% maybe is physical. And Capo Verde players, they are physical different. What we need to improve, you see, everyone knows about our Cusano, but maybe Capo Verde can have 10 Cusano. Where we need to improve in everything, what I said before, if we want to achieve result in the top in the World Cup, we need to improve everything. It's not just about one thing, because right now football is in Europe they check the players strong, tall and fast. This is what they check. But for me also, I think is important the quality of the players, because you can be told fast, strong, but if you don't have a quality, you cannot play football. So I think we need to improve every situation to try to achieve this kind of level. But of course, I believe that the base of our football, youth football, is really good, because we have a result in under 17, under 19, under 23, we have a good result. And the people around outside the country, they're starting to see the difference. They're starting to see the difference. It's where we need to carry on to work. We need to send the players to play outside the country. It's where we need to play, but not in Dubai, not in Saudi Arabia. They need to go to Europe, because the Uzbekistan players, young players, they need they need the dream to go to play to Europe, because it's there where we can improve the players. It's there when they can go to face the top players. They improve when they come back here. they are good for the national team. Like Morocco, Japan. If you know that Japan, they have one office in German, and the rest of the players, they are all around Japan, and the league of Japan is not the best. It's not the best, but they send the player outside. Is what we need to do. Is what our club need working for the youth players to send outside. Is the only way to try to improve. To try to have a different result. In in 8 months, in 1 year, okay, you can go to have amazing experience. You can go to do something wow. But if you want to do that for every years, take time. We have a national team like Italy, like Brazil, like Germany. They dominate the World Cup in the last century, and they have a problem. But different problem, because they don't create more talent. Here, you have the opportunity to create players, but they need to go outside.
Demak, hozirgi zamonaviy futbol 90% shu jismoniy faktorga asoslangan, shu jismoniy kurashlarga asoslangan va aynan Cabo Verde futbolchilari jismoniy tarafdan, atletizm tarafdan juda ham kuchli hisoblanadi. Bizda masalan jismoniy tarafdan, atletizm tarafdan bitta Abduqodir Husanov aytadigan bo'lsak, Cabo Verdeda jismoniy tarafdan shunday xarakteristikaga ega 10 ta o'yinchini aytish mumkin Cabo Verde terma jamoasida. Natijaga erishish uchun faqat bitta faktor emas, biz har tomonlama yaxshilashga harakat qilishimiz kerak, barcha yo'nalishlarda ishlashimiz kerak. Yevropada yaxshi futbolchini tanlayotganda, yosh futbolchini tanlayotganda asosiy beriladigan e'tibor uni kuchiga, bo'yi baland bo'lishi kerak va tezligiga e'tibor beriladi. Lekin men faqatgina bu 3 ta elementga e'tibor bermayman. Men uchun masalan futbolchi unaqa balandroq bo'lmasligi mumkin, juda ham kuchli bo'lmasligi mumkin, lekin men asosiy e'tibor beradigan faktorlardan biri bu futbol o'ynay olishi, aynan futbol o'ynash sifatiga e'tibor beraman. Bizda hozirgi kunda juda yaxshi fundament bor, juda yaxshi baza shakllangan, chunki U17, U19, U23 terma jamoalarimiz shu Osiyo darajasida juda ham yaxshi narsalarga erishgan, chempionlikni qo'lga kiritishgan. Biz xuddi shu yoshlar bilan yana ishlashni davom etishimiz kerak. Ularni yanada rivojlantirishimiz kerak. Ko'proq o'yinchilarni biz Yevropaga chiqarishimiz kerak. Birlashgan Arab Amirliklari yoki Saudiya Arabistoni emas, aynan Yevropa chempionatlariga biz o'yinchilar eksport qilishimiz kerak. Bizni yosh futbolchilarimiz aynan shu orzu bilan yashash kerak. Yevropa chempionatlarida to'p surish orzusi bilan. Chunki ular Yevropada o'ynab terma jamoaga qaytgandan keyin terma jamoa tarkibida o'ynaydigan raqiblari ularga hattoki osonroq ko'rinishi mumkin. O'sha Yevropa darajada, yuqori darajada o'ynagandan keyin terma jamoadagi raqiblar ularga yengilroq ko'rinishi mumkin. Yaponiya terma jamoasini oling, Marokash terma jamoasini oling, qanday natijalarga erishgan aynan shu legionerlar, chetda o'ynaydigan futbolchilar hisobiga. Yaponiyada hattoki Germaniyada ularni ofis ham bor ekan, ya'ni aynan futbolchilarni chetga eksport qilish, chetga ko'proq yaponiyalik futbolchilarni chiqarish bilan shug'ullanadigan. Bizning ham asosiy maqsadimiz iloji boricha ko'plab futbolchilarimizni tashqariga, Yevropa chempionatlariga chiqarishdan iborat bo'lishi kerak. Talant borasida bizda muammo yo'q. Hozirgi kunda Italiya, Germaniya, Braziliya terma jamoalarida o'ziga xos sal tanazzulni ko'ryapmiz. Chunki bu ularning aytish bo'yicha asosiy faktorlardan biri oldingidek talant yetishmasligi. Lekin o'ylaymanki, bizda bu borada hech qanday muammo yo'q. Bizda talantlar yetishib kelyapti. Faqat ularni ko'proq biz Yevropaga eksport qilishimiz kerak.
Fabio Kannavaro'ni o'yinlarda ko'plab yana tatsalari bo'ldi. Endi ko'rdikki natijada
rotations that should be used. So because of the result, it is so that the decision is also right. But I like this rotations because if you don't compare our previous teams on this list of times, we have only like 3 players and only 15 of them play, and other players have no chance to play. At that time, players like Shukuro, they were younger at that time, but now they are like 31, 32, so it's not a worrying factor for you because you saw them the performance they are Asian Cup. If you're not them young players, we have an aged player, aged team now like Iran. So if you're gonna do any rotations in the Asian Cup also, just did these rotations temporarily for the World Cup only.
No, as I told you, during this World Cup, we make some decision for for the previous players. They make the qualification. The idea is to try to step by step also put more players, to go to try to find more players, young players, to try to reduce the age of the team. Because I think, what I said before, we need young players that can go like Kurzov or Bea, they go outside to play. We have some young players that we can call and that can help us to improve these things. We have 2 players, they moved to Portugal. Young players is what we need. Of course, I need to take some decision, depend also about the league, because after the World Cup, and I tell you that as an ex-football player, after World Cup, come back in the league and the performance again well is really tough. But we need to prepare the team for January, and we will change something. The system, players. If you don't, we don't want again the hospital to try to help everyone. But in this case was necessary because many of them were in the previous coaches and it was important. But believe me, guys, I told you the World Cup was really tough, but the commitment of my players, they were the best. The result was not good, to make our supporters happy, and I know that. But believe me, the commitment of the players was the best. My players gave everything on the pitch. We did amazing experience as coach, as a players, as a federation, as a supporter, because who was in America and he saw this World Cup, saw something unique. This is experience that need to give to us the power to improve, the power to come back to the World Cup, not only 1 year, but for many years. And but the most important things, and I know, is the respect. Because I respect you, I respect everyone, and also you need to respect sometimes the job. Even if I'm foreigners, I'm working for 24 hours, 7 for my players. And the wrong information is not good for anyone, because most of journalists today, they are not here. They don't have the courage to be here in front of me. They are not here, many. And when you are in front of some camera, it's easy to speak. But today are not here. So I respect you, and believe me, you need to respect me and my players. Because football is amazing. In Italy we have 64 million. I know here we are 34 million coaches. But the wrong information are not good for your national team. The wrong information make no good the image of your country. So when you give some news, the news should be 100% right. Thank you so much. Sorry if the press conference was too long, but you're waiting 1 month, and I didn't escape. And I went home after 4 months. I was here, working with my team here. So my wife complained about that, and I come back for that. But I was until the last second in America with to everyone. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much, everyone. We will see in September, end of September, and if someone has some request, remember that we have the federation there, and you can ask everything, because I'm not the master that I don't want to do nothing. someone knows that I can live in interview, like we can speak, we can have a respect with each other, no problem. But respect, please. Thank you so much.
How many million in Italy? 60 million?
64 million.
Demak, aytib o'tganimdek, juda ko'p futbolchilar, jahon chempionatida ishtirok etgan futbolchilar saralash bosqichidagi xizmatlariga ko'ra terma jamoaga shu aynan jahon chempionatiga olib borildi. Biz albatta hozirda yoshartirish, terma jamoani yoshartirish ishlarini olib boramiz. Ko'plab yosh futbolchilarni tarkibga qo'shamiz. Chunki aynan jahon chempionatidagi ishtirok tufayli Behruz Karimov, Jahongir O'rozov kabi futbolchilar hozir Yevropa chempionatlariga yo'l olyapti. Bizda undan boshqa yosh futbolchilar bor, shu ko'z ostimizga olib qo'ygan o'yinchilar. Yana ikkita yosh futbolchimiz shu Portugaliyaga Braga klubiga yo'l oldi va biz bu ishlarni jahon chempionatidan keyin ham davom ettiramiz. Va jahon chempionatidan keyin mahalliy chempionatda o'ynash bu har doim oson emas. Men o'z futbol sifatida tajribamdan kelib chiqib aytishim mumkin. Jahon chempionatidan keyin yana mahalliy chempionatga kelib o'sha darajada o'ynash oson bo'lmaydi. Yana bir narsa, biz sistemani o'zgartiramiz, taktik sistemani futbolchilarni o'zgartiramiz, yangi yosh futbolchilarni qo'shamiz, terma jamoani shifoxonaga almashtirib aylantirmaslikka harakat qilamiz. Bu barchasi biz uchun muhim tajriba edi. Jahon chempionati kutganimizdek qiyin bo'ldi, lekin eng asosiysi futbolchilar borini berishdi. Ularga hech qanday e'tiroz bildira olmaymiz. Natija yaxshi bo'lmadi kutganimizdek, muxlislarni albatta xursand qilolmadik natija jihatdan, lekin eng asosiysi futbolchilarimiz borini berishdi. Bu barchamiz uchun tajriba bo'ldi. Ufa uchun, muxlislar uchun, murabbiy uchun, futbolchilar uchun o'ziga xos tajriba bo'ldi. Va biz bundan keyin faqat bir marta jahon chempionatida qatnashish emas, balki doimiy ravishda jahon chempionatida qatnashadigan terma jamoaga aylanishimiz kerak. Va eng asosiysi so'zimni oxirida aytmoqchiman, hurmat masalasi. Hurmat menimcha eng asosiy narsa bo'lsa kerak. Men sizlarni jurnalist sifatida hurmat qilaman va sizlardan ham xuddi shunday hurmatni kutib qolaman. Chunki men bu yerda 24 ga 7 ishlayapman, futbolchilarga yordam berishga harakat qilyapman. Lekin shunga qaramasdan ba'zan shu jurnalistlar orasida juda ham ko'p noto'g'ri ma'lumotlar tarqatilyapti. Shu aynan eng ko'p gapiradigan ba'zi jurnalistlar afsuski hozir matbuot anjumaniga kelishga o'zida kuch topa olmagan, chunki bilamiz kamera oldida o'tirib olib o'zini studiyada gapirish bu juda ham oson narsa hisoblanadi, lekin bu yerga kelib turib savollarni menga berish bu albatta hammaga emas. Italiyada oladigan bo'lsa, Italiyada 64 million aholi va 64 million murabbiy deyish mumkin. O'zbekistonda ham mana 40 million aholi va 40 million murabbiy, barcha o'zi xohlagancha shu taktik qandaydir fikrlar bor har bir futbol muxlisini. Va uzr so'rayman, juda ham uzun bo'lib ketgani uchun, rahmat kelganinglar uchun va shuni aytib o'taman yana bir, men hech qayerga qochib ketganim yo'q. Jahon chempionatidan keyin men Nyu-Yorkda edim, oxirigacha jamoa bilan bo'ldim. Men 4 oy davomida terma jamoa bilan ishladim, ya'ni yig'inlarda qatnashdim va albatta endi hazil qilib aytadigan bo'lsak, turmush o'rtog'im ham shikoyat qildi. Shuning uchun hech bo'lmaganda 1 oy davomida men uyda bo'lishim shart edi. Endi barchaga rahmat. Sentyabrda yana ko'rishamiz. Kimda qanday savollar, murojaatlar bo'lsa, bemalol Ufaga murojaat qilishlari mumkin. Intervyu masalasidan, boshqa masalasidan va oxirgi so'z o'rnida oxirgi gapim hurmatlar. Doim bir-birimizni hurmat qilaylik.
Davron still working for us, guys.
Davron hali ham bizlar bilan ishlayapti.